OMG. Welcome back to my channel. So excited that you are here. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I appreciate you. It's Jody Dunn coming at you with another weekly video. I got gear on and everything, and you can see we're in the backyard. We're going to be doing a more backyard cleanup today. Me and Clarky are out here. He's on the deck right now. Listen, if you're new and you just found me, so happy that you are here. Would you please say hello to me and let me know that you are new? Right down there, I would love to welcome you to the channel and say hello back to you. And if you are already subscribed, thank you so much for coming back to another video. I appreciate you. So we're gonna do some backyard cleanup in this video, of course, while we've got some warm weather. And I don't know, I might try to fit in some other things. But you know, I got big goals back here to get this cleaned up. So let's get to work. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let's get to cleaning. So one day I look outside and this is what I see. The Hubs is out here cutting down all these little overgrown trees that are taking over our yard. We had a conversation like a month ago, maybe even more than a month ago. And he's like, how many of those trees do you want me to pull down? And I'm like, all of them. There are some that are pretty established that I probably won't pull down. But anyways, I didn't know if or when he was going to get out here and do it. And look at that. There he is. Y'all already know I've been out here every single week doing some of this. And I don't know. I just never pressure. I never ask. And all of a sudden I look outside and there he is. So I grab my camera and I started filming. Look at how big this tree is that he just cut down. And the girls and I actually have plans on this morning that he was doing this, so I won't be helping him at this time. So the intro you saw was after all of this, but he did an amazing job and got out here and pulled out a bunch of stuff, even used the chainsaw. Which I'll be using that handy little chainsaw later in the video as well. I love that dang thing. So just like every area of my yard, you can see how incredibly overgrown all of this is. And it's just funny because I've said this before. We work so differently. And it's awesome because things that I won't do, he will do, and vice versa. Do you see all of this mess on the ground? All of this mess? I've told you in a previous video, no way I'm trudging through all this when I don't know what's underneath all of these leaves. He's just trudging through it, cutting stuff down, and just making it happen. And not that I don't make it happen, I just make it happen in a different way. I did very politely remind him that everything he's cutting down does need to be bagged up. Because sometimes he forgets that part of it. And although there is no right or wrong way to do any job as long as you get it done, there is one wrong way where you cut everything down and just leave it sit. And then you just have a whole different mess. So I just gave the friendly reminder. We got lots of lawn bags in the garage. I've been buying them every dang week. And as I've been doing this backyard cleanup, I have gotten lots of questions and comments about, you know, it might be cheaper if you did this or cheaper if you did that instead of buying the bags. My town requires specific things or bags to be used for yard waste. So there you go. Look at this humongous branch. I'm going to have to get that little mini chainsaw and see if it'll cut that up. And then I'm so mad, you guys. I am so mad. Look at this humongous trunk back here. We had a tree fall down years ago. I mean, it's in our backyard. It's happened several times. I paid somebody. The tree had fallen completely down. I paid somebody to come out and cut all the wood up and take it away. We didn't because of all the brush sitting here. I didn't know. And my husband said, there's another one behind some of the brush on the right side. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I paid him and he left those two humongous trunks in my yard, which my mini chainsaw is not gonna be capable of cutting. As Hubs was doing his thing, I just kind of took some quick scans of the yard, just checking out what else needs to be done. I am, like I said, getting very hopeful. I can see progress being made every single week, which just makes me so, so happy. And dare I say, I told you I didn't even know if I'd be able to get this all done by the end of summer. I'm starting to feel like maybe I'll be able to get the cleanup done by the end of summer. Maybe. And although I have lots of visions in my head of things I'd like to do, again, the cleanup is the only priority right now, which is the same way I tackled decluttering my house. Decluttering was my only priority. Then the room makeovers came next. Well, I took the girls. Viv had to go get contacts. She just started wearing contacts, so I had to take her to the eye doctor. And we went into Target, and look what the hubs did. We got to move these because it's going to rain, so we need to move them over here so they don't get wet. 'Cause isn't it supposed to rain tomorrow? And how many bags is that? Let's see. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. 9 bags. OMG. 9 dang bags. I thought I would give you a quick scan of this area before he got out here and worked on it. And basically his focus was right around the play set. You couldn't even see like that little sandbox there. You couldn't even see it. There was so much brush. He cleared so much space now. I mean, can you see the vision of what this can become? Because I am so excited for the progress. And I'm most excited because I didn't even do the work this time. I've put in a lot of work, which is awesome. Now we got to get all those leaves cleaned up. Oh my gosh. So we were just out there looking around, talking about things, and of course, you know, I got my handy dandy scanner, my app. So I just started scanning things just to be sure, you know. Guess what? Guess what? Poison ivy. Freaking poison ivy. Poison ivy. Poison ivy. OMG. A lot of things that I've scanned are not poison ivy. That's a dang hydrangea over there. OMG. But sporadically, I have poison ivy. I need to get this cleaned up. Oh my gosh. Oh, this dang poison ivy. You know, this is part of the problem. Part of the problem is the mess. It's great breeding grounds for things to grow. For instance, poison ivy. So anyways, but it looks so much better right now. I'm so happy. I mean, we look out the window and we can see the swing set, which eventually my grandkids will be able to use. It's just so cleared. Oh my gosh, he said he counted and he pulled out or cut down to 78 trees. Some of them were, you know, teeny little 2-foot or 3-foot trees. Some of them were all like 10 feet tall. But what a dang difference. I am so happy. And, you know, as soon as I get all this cleaned up, like, look at these beautiful guys I have. Like, they're gorgeous. And they'll be able to show off more. But I'm pretty, not super happy. Like, look at all these tree stumps. So, and that makes me so mad that I already showed you back there. And my husband said that there's another one back here that you can't see. Anyways, I got a bunch of tree stumps. We got a long way to go, but we're making progress, and that just makes me so darn happy and hopeful. Thought I would give you the update. You know, this was the first area that I cleared out, which looks terrible because all the weeds have grown. And I'm nervous to get in here and pull weeds because this is where I contracted poison ivy, was in this bed here. But dang, look at her. Wow. And she's getting flowers. I've never noticed flowers before on this. I cannot wait to see what they look like. Oh my gosh, buds are coming. So gorgeous. I can't wait to get this cleared up. I have scanned in here and I'm not seeing anything. Anything I'm scanning is not poison ivy, but I'm just so darn nervous because this is where I got it. Anyways, she's a beauty. All right, today is the day I'm gonna attempt to repot this Dieffenbachia and hope I don't do something bad to it. She's looking pretty good. She's got some yellowing around here in one of the leaves, but I noticed, I didn't think this had a liner in it, but it does. And the dirt, I don't know if you can tell, but it's getting pretty low. And I'm pretty sure it's getting a little root bound. Yeah. So I'm gonna put her in a bigger pot. I have these pots that my mom had planted the dahlias in. I'm just gonna use that. I'm just gonna be cheap and use that. Hopefully that'll be good. One of y'all will tell me if it's not. And then I'll find a different decorative pot. I mean, I just bought this from Walmart. That's how it came. This one that I'm gonna pot her in is not gonna fit in there. So anyways, let's repot this. All right, this was my very first plant I ever bought, real live plant, and it's the first time I'm ever repotting a plant. I got some soil that's got some like rocks and stuff like that in it. I don't know, I was watching a plant guy, and this is the soil he likes to use, so that's what I bought. And I'm just gonna put her in here, give her some more room so the roots can spread out, and I don't know, maybe she'll grow even bigger. I'm going to pull off all the dead stuff so that no energy is going to the dead areas, and just get her looking beautiful. Pretty dang proud of this plant. She almost died because I almost killed her. And she looked terrible. And now she's thriving and looks gorgeous. All right, I think that'll be better. Give her more room to grow. I think I'm gonna have to get a support. I'm not sure if this one is just too heavy or if it broke down there. I didn't notice. But, I mean, it is sprouting new little leaves there. I mean, so it's thriving. It looks good. I got a new one coming here. So, oh man, she's come a long way. So hopefully this will help, and she'll continue to grow. I don't know, even bigger, but I don't know how big I want it. I mean, at this point, this was my very first plant, so I kind of feel like just letting her grow to her full potential. We'll see. Well, this is pretty much a daily occurrence now for me, and I am in love. Do you see the little guy there? And it's not just one. I have one that comes that's smaller. I just don't think I could ever get tired of this. So funny, because when I was probably in my 20s, I can remember my dad and my stepmom, like, we're obsessed with birds. And for Christmas time, I buy them like bird books and binoculars and things like that. And I always thought it was like, I don't know, kind of boring and just weird. And now here I am. I could sit outside all day long. Look at this guy. Look at this beautiful blue jay. We have blue jays in Michigan. I have never seen them very often. Of course, I've seen blue jays before, but they're in my yard now every day that I've been putting suet feed out. And I just absolutely love watching them. Robins and finches is usually what I see. Now I'm putting out suet feed and I'm getting chickadees, I'm getting cardinals, I'm getting blue jays, and I could just sit here, and I'm getting the hummingbirds, and I could just sit here and watch them for hours. Oh my gosh, I love them. I'm just truly enjoying nature. But now I'm going back to work. So as I said, I was talking to the hubs earlier. It's going to rain tomorrow, the day after he did this. So I'm moving these under the overhang because I don't want them to get too wet, because that's not fun taking bags out when they are wet. And I'm going to get to work in the area that I have been working on. And I came over here and I was like, what the heck? What the heck is this mess? What the heck is this mess? I don't know if Hub started over here and then decided to move spots. I don't know where this mess came from. But guess what? They're all dang pickers. They're all dang pickers. So I'm starting off with cleaning up this mess that was left here. And like I said, there's no right or wrong way to do a job, but the wrong way is to cut things up and leave them. So I guess there is a wrong way. I take that back. Anyways, this whole area, probably my whole yard, because this is really the only area that I've done a lot of work in the back. It's filled with the dang pickers. When I scan them on my app, the app is calling them the common prickly bush. But they're not even like a bush. They're like trees. Some of them are super duper tall. And you can see Clarky there, and I don't want him getting any of the picker bushes because they hurt bad and probably could do damage if he chewed on one or something. So anyways, here we are again. Here we are again. I would love to hear what you are working on. My common theme is yard work. What are you working on? I love it when you guys share whatever projects you are working on in your yard. Your house, your yard, whatever it may be. And I want to get in here and cut down some of these trees, but I had to clear the ground first to make sure I could see what was underneath of it. That's just my process. As long as I get some area clean, I feel comfortable to step a foot or two in and get some things out. You guys, these are all prickly branches. All of them. They're all prickly branches. So like I told you in last week's video, I did buy myself a heavy-duty pair of gardening gloves. However, they say they're picker-proof. They're not 100% picker-proof. They're way better than the other gloves I was using. Anyways, so I'm trying to cut them all up into small little pieces and be super careful. Any of them that have leaves on, I'm grabbing by the leaves and just being careful of where the pickers are. What a not fun job this is. The yard cleanup in itself is a job enough, but getting the pickers, not fun. A whole huge thing of pickers. Ugh. You see how big that one is? And it's a common prickly bush with pickers all over it. OMG. Oh, and I forgot to give you the update on the poison ivy guy. So you're going to see this video on Tuesday. The poison ivy guy is supposed to be here on Monday to do the follow-up. So hopefully he'll be able to get rid of the rest of the poison ivy that's in the yard. It's not going to stop me from being super cautious though, but I just want to get rid of it. I couldn't believe all of it that we found over by the swing set. Big picker. Hi, Clocky, you back? You gotta cut this picker up before you try to get it. He's a no bueno, Clarky, no bueno. Is that a picker? Wait, no. Dang it. Clarky, it's got pickers in it. Heavens, I missed one on the ground. That was a close one. He tried to run with it. Picker probably got in his mouth and he dropped it. This is not fun, but necessary. I'm not gonna lie, this was probably the most miserable day for me doing yard work because it was like almost all pickers. But I'm so darn grateful that I'm able to do this. I'm so darn grateful that I have a body that can move, that can bend, that can do these types of things. So even though it was not fun, I'm just glad that I'm getting it done. And look at this, more nature. This is the first butterfly that I've seen this year. It landed on a dang picker bush. I feel bad because I pulled it down. But how cool is that? Beautiful little butterfly. At least I think it was a butterfly. Maybe it's a moth. I think it's a butterfly now. I'm just going to pretend, no matter what, that it was a butterfly. And that was beautiful to watch. Pulling out more dang picker branches. I've got some little pruners that are very easy to handle. I got some big tree limb cutters or branch cutters. Don't you worry, I'll be getting out the chainsaw shortly. Growing my yard tool collection. And I'm sure I'll continue to grow it one step at a time. These are all prickly bush limbs. Oh my goodness. And they've all been cut, so they got cut and thrown there. I feel like I got the short end of the stick on this cleanup. I'm not even doing the stuff that's fun. I mean, I guess it's all relative, right? But you're not even going to be able to notice a visible difference from what I'm doing. I'll notice it, and I'll be glad that Clark's not going to get any pickers. Anyways, let's clean this up. You know, sometimes when I see what the Hubs does, you know, he got out there and in like a 2-hour span, he spent like 2 hours outside, which was awesome. And he cleared a huge section. He did no leaf cleanup at all, but he cleared a huge section. And I'm like, Jody, why can't you be like that? And then I got to remind myself, it's just not the way I operate. So if you ever feel like that, where you're like, why can't I do it the way this person does it? It's because that's not how you operate. We all do things in a different way. These are all common prickly bush, as my app told me. I'm not getting them today. I'm on my third bag, and I feel like all I've done is pick up prickly branches at this point, and I need to do something different. This, I might have this removed. It's not looking great. Look at this. I mean, you couldn't see it because we had so much brush back here, but now you can see it. Look at how far down the limbs are growing on the trunk. I don't know. It looks halfway healthy and halfway not healthy. I think it might be the only evergreen I have. So anyways, let's move on and do something fun. Gotta get through the prickly bush to get what I want to get. Wedged in there. And this is a prickly, oh my God. All right. Okay. Here we go. Wow, that's a big one. Look at how big this tree was. This one is not a prickly bush, thank heavens. The second one that I cut down with the chainsaw is a prickly bush. Oh my gosh. Thought I was done with the dang prickly bushes. but apparently not. And that dang prickly bush is like, I don't know, a 7-foot tall tree. And yes, I got a ton of comments on my video last week where I showed you that awesome mini chainsaw I got. And so many people are like, please wear safety glasses. Yes, I totally should have been wearing safety glasses, and I will going forward. I was kind of thinking about it, but I just got out there and used the machine. But yes, you should wear safety gear. Chainsaws are dangerous, even my little mini one. This, I really wanted to get this branch out. It was wedged, so finally I just had to get the chainsaw out and cut it in half so I could get it. And I've also gotten a lot of comments about, can you burn your branches and things like that? No, we cannot. We are in a city. It is not allowed to do that. So they all got to go in the bags the city requires and be put out by the road. I am just about finished with this week's yard cleanup. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I sure do appreciate you. Crap, I got 4 bags going. How many bags do I got out here? Why did I do another bag? Dang it. Now I gotta fill it up. Thought I was done. Somehow I must have forgot that I had a bag that didn't have a lot in it. I was like, okay, Jody, you're on your last bag. It's almost over. And then I realized I had another bag over there. So let's just cut down another dang tree and get it in there. I couldn't just leave the bag and not fill it. Truth be told, I only filled it probably about 3/4 of the way. I was done. I was done with the prickly bushes, and I just wanted to go get in the shower, wash my body, wash my clothes, all the things I do every single week that I'm out here to prevent getting poison ivy. And I always tell you, I can only do things in chunks of time. I'll get overwhelmed. I got other things I got to get done. And so I just do as much as I can do in the time that I have, and then I come back to it. And y'all know what I always say, progress over perfection, and those little chunks of time add up to big, massive results. Now I am done. Let me get these bags under the overhang before it gets wet. 4 bags that I did, 90% of them filled with the darn pickers. All right, that's it for me for this week. Too many pickers. Oh my gosh, and I'm sure there's a ton more branches back there, and I got little picker bushes I got to pick down. Anyways, I got 4 bags. Hub's got 9. 9 plus 4. 13 bags this week. Not too shabby. Let's take a look at how the space looks now. Of course, the before, the trees were growing almost all the way to the shed. I mean, a lot of room now. I still got trees to pull down, but wow. And I got mess to clean up, but stop saying all the things you have to do, Jody. Say all the things that you did. Look at what I did. Look at what I did. I cleared space. Oh, it feels so good. Feels so good. Oh, we are making progress. Progress, not perfection, and I'm dang happy. All right, we are going to finish this video off inside. I'm going to take care of this little beautiful Dieffenbachia. I ordered these, I don't even know what they're called now. I'll link them below. Little plant stands. That's probably not even what it's called. Anyways, they come with like little clips that you put on them, so they fit around the branches, and they help branches stand up straighter. So I've got that one you can see that's like drooping way over, and I just want to give it a little support. So I'm going to put this in here and give it some support so it can stand up tall with its head held high, because she's a beauty. So there it is. And these little things are pretty cool. Like the clip is adjustable, so you can put it wherever you want. This is where I put it to give that branch some support. And now she doesn't have a droopy side on her. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. I'm going to see you again next week for a new video. Bye!